Hi guys, Sam Cheney here, back with another episode of Inspection Insights, where we cover specific tools and applications for Geomagic Control X. On today's episode of Inspection Insights, we aren't going to focus on an industry application, we're actually going to highlight a specific tool, the Pairing Manager. Now, if you aren't familiar with the Pairing Manager, it is an optional tool that allows Control X to manually adjust or override the pairing map, which whenever you've seen me in previous episodes hover over a CAD face, it'll say, oh, this area here is a plane, this area here is a cylinder. Well, how obviously the CAD is very easy to select that, but on the mesh, how does it know what area of the mesh to select that? Because really a mesh is just a bunch of points or triangles that you have to select through. The Pairing Manager is kind of the magic in the background that automatically selects the right area that corresponds to the CAD to the mesh. Now, we sometimes it doesn't get it right. Most of the time, it does. If you are familiar with Control X, you might have had to use the Pairing Manager, but honestly, even in my experience, I don't have to use it too terribly often. Control X does a great job of selecting the right data. But there is occasionally instances where we want to go in and manually override it. So that's what I'm going to focus on today and talk you through the Pairing Manager. Now here's a typical inspection workflow. We're really focusing most of our attention today on kind of in between this align and this inspection, because the Pairing Manager is useful for either helping with alignment or helping basically create the right selections of the mesh onto the CAD entity, which we will need to do before doing something like a 3D compare or measurements. I've also talked about Control X plans before. We have three main plans. You only have to pay for what you need. Essentials has all of the basic tools to do a pretty decent inspection. It just doesn't have any of the direct plugins or any of the or the ability to do multiple result inspections. Now, Essentials Connect has all the same tools as Essentials does, so you can do those pretty decent inspections just without using some of those advanced tools or import native CAD files. But the big difference here is you can plug your scanner directly into Control X if it's one of our supported scanners and actually scan directly into the software. Finally, Professional has all the bells and whistles. It has everything that that I've already covered in Essentials and Essentials Connect, but also now you can do multiple result inspections. You can do automated inspections, as well as some of the more advanced inspection comparison tools like the airfoil analysis, surface defect analysis, etc. Now, I've added one more slide to my repertoire, and this is because the Pairing Manager, you don't necessarily need to get into it, and if you ever have a problem when you're working on it, I also thought that just generally I should be promoting how great our support team is. So if you ever run into any problems and you need assistance, you can either email or visit our support website, both of which are listed on the screen here. Okay, let's hop into Control X and look at the Pairing Manager. So we're in a Control X, and here, let me quickly actually reset. So when I take the screenshots for the presentation, I like to have a nice white background, but it's kind of a lot of white whenever I'm actually working in it. So I'm just going to quickly come to File, Preferences, Display, and I always change the background color. Now, I don't ever remember exactly. I think it's something like this one, but let's just hit Reset and it will bring it all back to default. Now, the background is the only thing that I changed, but yeah, just figured I'd show you another quick tip there. You can actually change Control X's entire display colors if you'd like. If you do want to go through and adjust all of the colors, then be my guest. I like to keep it default because I show customers and I would like to work with it in the default. Okay, so we have our CAD object here. Again, hover over it. Any of these normal areas, cylinder, plane, cylinder, cone, cylinder, etc., etc. You can also see this cylinder is split up into two halves. So we've got a top half and a bottom half. I don't know if that's actually a slot, but we could have in CAD we could have done this as two operations or so on and so forth. We also have our measured data, and this is a pretty decent scan. Obviously, there are limitations to some of the line of sight areas that we can't get deep down into these holes. If we had multiple scans, again, we could come to our measured tab and do the align between measured data if we want to, but this is good enough for us. Okay, so we've got our scan data. We have done already, if you see in the alignments tab, we've done an initial alignment. It's always a mouthful to get out. And we've also done a best fit alignment. Now, with the best fit, I just did using selected data, using all of the data, but maybe I want to do another best fit where I want to only use certain data. Maybe I want to just use this, and let's use this triangle section as well. I could do another best fit. Okay, and you can see there it's kind of prioritized the areas that I've been selecting to best fit to. Okay, if I come to tools, this is where the pairing manager tool is. So you can see here we have the pairing manager. If I select it, I'm in manual mode, but we're going to change it to auto. If I ever want to see what a particular face has been selected, on the measured data, I just click it, and it's going to show me the data that Control X in the background has selected. And it does a pretty decent job. You can see there's a bit of warpage here on the scan data, so it just omitted that. I have a whole heap of different filters if I'd like to change some of that. You can come in and maybe we want to it's kind of spilled over the edge just a little bit over here. Maybe I just want to shrink all of this just by a little bit. I can definitely do that. I come to my shrink zone, specify, maybe let's do 2 millimeters, just so we hopefully see something visual for us. I hit the preview button to make sure it's correct. There you go. Oh, maybe 2 millimeters was a little bit too much, so I can go restore and change that to 0.75 millimeters. That might be better. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. We've hidden it from some of these edges. And really, in my day-to-day use of Control X, that's really all I'll ever use the pairing manager for. It's specifically good for sheet metal parts, especially if you've got very sharp corners or sharp corners on the CAD and then rounded corners on the scan data. It is really nice to just say, hey, the data right on this kind of round might throw off a plane or a line or anything that you're trying to create in terms of reference geometry. So it's nice to just say, hey, I just want to shrink, just all of this just a little bit, hit the check mark and just shrink it down by a little bit. If we wanted to do other things, or if we wanted to just look at the whole thing, we can just select the entire model and it's going to display the pairing manager for the entire model. And remember what I was talking about with that CAD face on this cylinder here. We've got a cylinder 1 and a cylinder 2. You can see it's split it up into those different pairs. Now, if you are a fan of reverse engineering and you've been tuning into the RE Lab series, you'll see that this pairing manager looks very similar to the region tool. I think that's just a coincidence. The pairing manager really is for inspection and to compare to the CAD. The regions tool is used for creating reference geometry and using the mesh for not for inspection. Where's my words? For reverse engineering, for modeling. If we wanted to work on all of this, maybe we wanted to shrink all of it, we could, or again, we can come to specific areas. Now, let me see. So we've got, we've done our best fit 2 where we've selected this face and this face, and I think it was this face, and we can specify these three and say, hey, I would like you to use that best fit too, and hit check mark, and it's going to use the alignment for this for these ones. But then for the rest of it, which if I select it all and then deselect those faces that I just previously selected, another thing I could have done, honestly, is with those selected faces that I wanted to, is just right click and inverse the selection. But now that I've selected all these faces, I can say, hey, I want to use instead of the current, I want to use the best fit alignment 1. So I can define what that is using. I can change, different alignments, what the pairing manager selects. Give it a second to process. There's a lot more faces in this group. And speaking of groups, actually, another thing you can do is if you have, maybe you've got some warpage, and the part might still pass, and you want to create different groups for different alignment areas or different pairing managers. This isn't a great example to show that, but my coworker Greg George actually has another YouTube video about the pairing manager. So if you search YouTube for that, you're more than happy to find that. He talks about using these groups with a model that works really well for this example. But I can show you the grouping as well. So I can say, hey, I want to, maybe want to group all of these faces here. So I just select all of the faces that I'd like, define it all as a group color, hit add group, and then I can group 2, deselect, grab the next one, and create groups of dimensions as well. There we go. You can also do this manually, but again, I strongly recommend using the automatic. But again, this is a tool that you may, well, hopefully, will never have to use. But I figured since we're covering all sorts of different tools, I would talk about the pairing manager. And again, while you're in the tool, if you ever want to learn more about not just the pairing manager, any tool that we're talking about in any of these Inspection Insights episodes, you just simply press F1. It's going to bring up the contextualized help for the pairing manager. So very, very useful. Explains what it does, how to use it, and then it goes through all of these different options. So, say I want to learn more about the shrink zone, I can scroll down and find the shrinkage zone, and it will talk to me, or it will tell me a little bit about it. There is also our support side. So if I pop over here, you can see that we have a whole article about the pairing manager as well, which I will be sure to link in the description below as well. So yeah, here are some, hopefully these are also some additional resources for you if you want to learn more or just browse some of the more interesting support articles. Again, feel free to check out the support site as well. So that's it for today. See you on the next one. Bye.